Botswana, Africa's undiscovered treasure. A land that remains largely untouched and unexplored by the masses. Africa, a land of mystery, a continent of contrasts. From the vast deserts to the lush rainforests, Africa is a place where nature's extremes coexist. And tucked away in the south, a secret waits. Botswana, a country that offers a unique blend of natural beauty and cultural richness. This isn't your typical safari. Forget crowded jeeps and tourist traps. Here you can experience the wild in its purest form, away from the hustle and bustle of mainstream tourism. Botswana offers something different: raw beauty, untamed wilderness. It's a place where you can truly connect with nature, where the landscapes are as wild and free as the animals that roam them. A chance to really disappear, to escape the noise and chaos of modern life and find solace in the simplicity of the natural world. I've been lucky enough to see a lot of the world, eaten strange things, met unforgettable people. Each place has its own charm, its own story. But Botswana, it got under my skin. This place is special. There's a magic here that you can't find anywhere else. It's a feeling that stays with you long after you've left. The moment you step off the plane, the heat hits you. Dry, dusty air. It's a welcome that reminds you that you're in a place unlike any other. You're in the heart of southern Africa now. Land of elephants and lions, majestic creatures that roam freely, embodying the spirit of the wild, ancient deserts and shimmering salt pans. These landscapes tell stories of time and resilience, of nature's enduring beauty. This is where the wild things are, where every moment is a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature. But it's not just the wildlife, it's the people, the heart and soul of Botswana. The Botswana are welcoming and warm, proud of their heritage, eager to share their stories. Their traditions are a window into a rich cultural tapestry that has been woven over centuries. This is a place to listen, to learn, to lose yourself in the rhythms of Africa, to immerse yourself in a world that is both ancient and alive, where every experience is a journey into the heart of the continent. Chobe National Park. Even the name sounds wild. This is elephant country, and I'm not talking about a handful of them. I'm talking hundreds, thousands, congregating by the Chobe River. It's a sight that will stay with you forever. Imagine this: sun setting over the water, golden light painting the sky, and then you see them. Massive shapes emerging from the bush, elephants everywhere, mothers with their calves, young bulls sparring in the shallows. We spent hours just watching them, their raw power, their quiet grace. You could feel the ancient connection to this land. It was humbling.
But Chobe isn't just about elephants. This is the full safari experience. Lions stalking through the tall grass, leopards melting into the shadows, hippos snorting in the mud. It's a wildlife lover's dream.
The Okavango Delta, a miracle in the desert. Each year this vast inland delta floods, creating a labyrinth of waterways and islands. It's unlike anywhere else on Earth. Forget jeeps and trucks. Here you explore by mokoro. These traditional dugout canoes glide silently through the reeds. You're completely immersed in nature. We saw crocodiles basking on the banks, herds of red lechwe bounding through the shallows, fish eagles soaring overhead. It was like stepping back in time.
One of the most magical experiences was camping on one of the islands. The silence was incredible. Just the sounds of the night, frogs croaking, hippos grunting in the distance, and above it all, a million stars.
The Kalahari Desert, a vast expanse of red sand and endless sky. Stretching over 900,000 square kilometers, it is one of the largest deserts in the world. This is a harsh and unforgiving landscape. Temperatures can soar to over 40 degrees Celsius during the day and plummet to near freezing at night. But it's also a place of incredible beauty. The sunsets here paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, casting a magical glow over the dunes. The Kalahari is home to the San Bushmen. These indigenous people have adapted to the harsh conditions of the desert, one of the oldest cultures on Earth. Their history dates back thousands of years, long before modern civilization. These nomadic hunters have lived in harmony with the desert for centuries. They move with the seasons, following the rhythms of nature. Their knowledge of the land is astounding. They know every plant, every animal, and every change in the weather.
We were lucky enough to spend a day with a sand guide. His insights into the desert were both fascinating and humbling. He showed us how to find water in the driest of places. Using techniques passed down through generations, he could locate hidden sources of life-sustaining water, how to track animals through the sand. Every footprint, every broken twig told a story of the desert's inhabitants. He even taught us some of their traditional songs and dances. These cultural expressions are a vital part of their identity and heritage.
It was a reminder that there are still cultures out there untouched by the modern world. Cultures that have preserved their way of life against all odds. Cultures that live in harmony with nature. They take only what they need and give back to the land in return. Cultures that have a lot to teach us if we're willing to listen. Their wisdom and respect for the natural world are lessons we could all learn from.
The click of a tongue against the roof of a mouth. That's the sound of the San language. A sound as old as time itself.
These people are the original inhabitants of southern Africa. Their history stretches back thousands of years.
We spent a day with the San family, learning about their way of life. They showed us how to make fire with sticks, how to identify edible plants, and how to read the tracks of animals in the sand.
But it was their stories that really captivated me. Stories passed down through generations. Stories of survival. Stories of respect for the land. Stories that reminded me of the power of human connection.
Botswana isn't just about wildlife and landscapes, it's about people. And the people of Botswana know how to celebrate.
Music and dance are at the heart of their culture. From the pulsating rhythms of the Setswana drumming to the graceful movements of the San trance dance, there's a raw energy that's impossible to resist.
We were lucky enough to stumble upon a local village celebration. The whole community came together. There was food, music, and dancing, and of course, plenty of laughter.
It was a reminder that no matter where you go in the world, people are united by the same basic human need for connection and celebration.
Now, I'm not afraid to try anything once, but I'll admit, I was a little hesitant when I saw the Mopane worms. These large, juicy caterpillars are a delicacy in Botswana.
I'm not gonna lie, they weren't bad. Kind of smoky and chewy. But the real star of the show was the Bogobe, a thick porridge made from sorghum or maize. It's the staple food in Botswana.
We ate it with our hands, scooping up stews and sauces. It was simple but delicious. The kind of food that fills you up and warms you from the inside out. Section 8, A Night Under the Stars, My Botswana Adventure. Have you ever felt truly insignificant? I mean, really small in the grand scheme of things. That's how I felt lying under the stars in the Kalahari. The sky was so clear, it was like looking through a telescope. Millions of stars blazing away, the Milky Way, a shimmering river of light. It was breathtaking. We were camped out in the middle of nowhere, no light pollution, no sound but the wind whistling through the grass. It was just us and the vastness of the universe. I lay there for hours just staring up at the stars, thinking about life, the universe, and everything. It was a humbling and awe-inspiring experience. Section 9. Practical tips for the intrepid traveler: visas, flights, and getting around. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or a first-time adventurer, these tips will help you navigate your journey to Botswana with ease. Now, I know what you're thinking. Botswana sounds amazing, but how do I get there? The journey might seem daunting, but with a bit of planning, it can be a breeze. Don't worry, I got you covered. From visas to flights and everything in between, let's break it down step by step. Most nationalities can get a visa on arrival. This means you won't have to go through the hassle of applying for a visa beforehand, but it's always best to check before you go. Visit the official Botswana government website or consult with your travel agency to confirm the latest visa requirements. There are direct flights from Johannesburg to Gaborone, Botswana's capital. This is the most common route for international travelers. Or you can fly into Mopane, the gateway to the Okavango Delta. Mopane is a smaller airport but offers a unique entry point for those looking to explore the delta. Getting around Botswana is an adventure in itself. The country's vast landscapes and diverse terrains make for an exciting journey. You can rent a 4x4 and explore on your own. This gives you the freedom to travel at your own pace and discover hidden gems along the way. Or you can join an organized tour. These tours are led by experienced guides who can provide valuable insights and ensure you don't miss any highlights. Just be prepared for some bumpy roads. The terrain can be challenging, but that's all part of the adventure. And a word to the wise: Botswana is a malaria area. This means you need to take health precautions seriously, so make sure you take the necessary precautions. This includes taking anti-malarial medication as prescribed and using insect repellent regularly. Consult your doctor about anti-malarial medication and pack plenty of insect repellent. It's always better to be safe than sorry, ensuring your trip is memorable for all the right reasons. Section 10. Respecting the land and its people. Responsible tourism in Botswana. Botswana is a country that values conservation, and as visitors, it's our responsibility to respect that. Stick to designated roads and trails, don't litter, and keep a safe distance from wildlife. Remember, you're a guest in their home. Treat the land and its people with respect, support local businesses whenever possible, and take the time to learn about the culture and customs.
By traveling responsibly, we can help ensure that Botswana remains a pristine wilderness for generations to come.
Section 11. Botswana, a journey that will stay with you. Botswana is a place that gets under your skin. It's a place of raw beauty, incredible wildlife, and welcoming people. It's a place where you can disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with nature. If you're looking for an adventure that will stay with you long after you've returned home, Botswana is calling.
Pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and get ready to experience the magic of Botswana. You won't regret it.